How was your morning walk today? I hear that there are some people on your route who just refuse to look at you. What'd you do?
What'd I do?
Courtney and I were having this conversation about how, you know how sometimes you're in your neighborhood, or even, I remember when I lived in a condo building once, and it was like pulling teeth to try to get some neighbors to even look me in the eye.
It is the craziest thing. So yeah, I was asking you because I thought best friend Lori and I will walk or we'll run together, and we always have this thing where if someone's coming towards us or you meet somebody on your walk, meeting them, you're crossing paths or whatever, we always acknowledge them.
You give them a little wave,
how are
hello,
you?
good morning.
There's always one or two that just either make eye contact and look away,
or they try really hard
completely avoid
to avoid it.
So what do? I yell really loud, good morning.
And then what?
How are you? And sometimes they just keep going, and other times it's sort of a low wave or something, like an awkward low wave down here. So
some people are just antisocial. Maybe they feel uncomfortable saying hello to people, but like you, I say hello to everyone. I mean, when I'm out for a run, I greet people when I'm out of breath, and hi there.
Or just a little wave, a nod is fine too. I always have my AirPods in, so usually with the dog, or if I'm walking with Orlando or the boys or something, we're talking, but
you acknowledge people.
You acknowledge people that walk by.
It's sort of a small town thing too, I think, as well, at least for me, going to visit my grandparents in southern Utah growing up. It was a town of 2,000 people, and so mostly everyone knew one another. And there was just you drive through a small town and you wave to people. I do that in my neighborhood. I wave to the neighbors and wave to even people with whom I have no friendship or relationship. It's still a little...
Yeah, Orlando's a waver. I don't wave a lot, but he's a waver to anybody in their car. People have waved too if I'm walking or running in the neighborhood and I see people, they'll do a little from their vehicle, but the people on the side that don't, I think that's really weird.
I think it's very neighborly to do it. Houston, big city, small town.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's weird to not say hello.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, I just get real loud in those. How are you? It's a big wave. It's a good morning. It's one of those.
I mean, I've had coworkers before who literally won't speak to me. And it's like people who I know who we worked in the same building for years, and it's like, hey, so-and-so, hey, so-and-so. And I think some people just have different levels of, being friendly. But now that it's fall and people are actually getting outside, it is kind of a nice thing to sort of reconnect with the dog walkers and the neighbors and
something very similar that you and I have had this conversation about as well is, besides making eye contact with someone or saying hello, what about when you're entering a place where there's an actual door that needs to be open, and let's say there's somebody right in front of you and they kind of barely open the door and just kind of squeak in, and you're right there with 9,000 things in your hand and you're kind of sticking your foot out to hold, I got it, thanks.
Yeah.
And nobody looks behind you.
That's happened to me many times.
Right?
I always hold the door. I always hold the door. Whether it's coming into work here, or if you're in a public place and someone's coming in behind you. Even if someone is sort of like some distance away, I will stop and I will wait.
Yes.
I will wait for them to make their way into the door.
So strange when that happens. And you can tell the people, because it's not a full open, it's open just enough for them to scoot in and just enough for you not to grab it. Very strange. Very strange.
People are in a hurry.
I guess.
People are in a hurry. But I feel like now, more than ever, especially because people are out wearing masks, it's more difficult sometimes, I think, to have that interaction, maybe at the grocery store or whatever. We're living in these very strange times, right? And so I'm always smiling under my mask, and I will still say hello from behind the mask.
Me too.
But I feel like for so many people, that mask is an extra barrier of just...
Stay away.
Stay away, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Which is too bad. I think we should try a little harder to acknowledge other people. We could all use a bit more kindness in the world, don't you think?
Just a bit more. Absolutely.
My mom used to... It's so funny. My mom is like very social, right? And so at the grocery store, wherever, she meets people, strangers, with whom she connects so well, and then they have this great friendship and whatever. They may trade information or not, but usually by the end, pre-COVID, they would be hugging and, oh wow,
my
it's so
mom
nice
grabs
chatting
people's
with you.
hands. Yes.
Oh yeah, they talk, and I remember in high school, my friends would be like, how does your mom know that person? And I would explain,
they're complete strangers.
No, they just met. But one day, there was a woman in a store wearing this big, I mean, it was a sweatshirt with a giant bear on it.
Okay.
And it said, hug me. So my mom
She went in for it.
My mom went in to hug this woman, and yeah, we don't do that anymore. I've had to have a very serious talk with my mom. Mom, no, you can't. It's a stranger.
Did she go in
Don't
for the
have-
hug previously? And did the lady think?
The lady freaked out. I mean, she was, and my mom was like,
Well, your shirt
don't
says
blame me.
hug me.
I'm just following
Following orders here.